I saw the list. It's not a pretty list. Just to let you know, it's kind of thick. It'd be nice to have it really, really thin. So please go take time and just go out and see, take over at the outside table there. Next on the agenda is the district exec's topics. And we're going to be starting out with recruiting, scout recruiting, even better.
All right, thanks, Tim. We just want to talk about our fall recruitment campaign with everybody. I know in years past we might have done this just with the Cub Scouts, but at the district committee, we feel that it's important that all of the Boy Scout troops know what we're asking of the Cub Scout troops, or excuse me, Cub Scout packs, because most of you have gone through this, maybe not in the last year or two, but recently, and you will have tips that you can offer the packs that you work with. So the basic idea with the fall recruitment is we would like every pack to have a recruitment this fall at the school or schools that you recruit from, or one if you pull from more than one school. We're asking you for those dates now so that we can make sure that we have resources from the district there to help you. Some of you are pros at it, you don't need our help, but we'd still like to have someone come out just to be there. But for those of you that need help, we want to make sure that we have the help that you need available at your recruitment night. So the basic thought with the recruitment night is once you have your date set and communicated with the school, you would do a boy talk a week or so prior to the recruitment night. Who knows what a boy talk is? A couple people? All right, well, for those of you who haven't done a boy talk before, I am happy to do any boy talks during the day. If you can help set them up and coordinate with me a week or two ahead of time, just to make sure that 2 packs or 3 packs aren't trying to get me to go to their school at the exact same time, I would appreciate that. But I'm more than happy to go to any school, talk with the boys, get them excited about joining Scouting. Scouting is a lot of fun, but if we don't get into the school and talk to the boys, it's just another sheet of paper that goes home.
What is a boy talk?
A boy talk is we go into the school and we talk to the boys. It could be in the classroom, it could be in the lunch hour, it could be in assembly, whatever the school will give us, but we just go and talk to them. I try and take maybe 3 minutes per classroom if I'm going around, because I know that the schools have a lot to cover, and 3 minutes I can get the boys all excited about joining Cub Scouts, all the fun that they can have, and get them to really go home and beg mom or dad to bring them back to learn more about Cub Scouts. We also have the flyers and posters that we've done in years past. We have a flyer request form. We're asking everybody to fill that out at least 5 days before you need the flyers. That just gives our office enough time to make sure that we can have them printed. I'm happy if you cannot get to the office to meet you somewhere, take them to you. I know I've done that with a few packs so far. I'm happy to do that. I enjoy getting out of the office, so don't feel like you always have to come to us. I am willing to come to you guys and help you out with that. The night of your recruitment night, you want to make sure that you arrive at least 30 minutes early to get set up. Last thing you want is to walk in, find the room in chaos or the door's locked, can't find anybody. So get there early and ahead of time. Have your handouts and a sign-up sheet right when you walk in, and have, like I said, have everybody sign in. That way you can track who was there versus who filled out the application and gave it back to you right away that night. Up to you, but what we recommend is you arrange the seating by grade level. So all the first graders over here, second graders here, third, and so on. That just helps them to start to understand the concept of dens and the age-appropriate guidelines for Cub Scouting. We have a sample agenda that you guys can follow. It walks through the important information of what parents like to know about Cub Scouting, from what introducing the pack, why join, how does it work, pack activities, cost, how do you pay for Scouting, how can we get you guys help with getting new den leaders, new committee members, training and youth protection. Dick, where'd you go? Way in the back there. And then getting them to sign up, but also making sure that the parents who sign their sons up get contact information for their den leader, for the Cub Master right away, and that first meeting date for the den and the pack. Otherwise, what happens is people walk out the door, sign up, and then they don't hear from the pack for 3 months, and they're like, well, what the heck, what's going on? So just make sure that they get that information right away, first meeting date, contact info, so if they have questions, they know who to call. Something that we're going to do differently this year, I watched a membership webinar, and what the North Florida Council does, they wear name tags that say name, parent volunteer, and then the position within the PAC. So we're going to print name tags that just say parent volunteer or volunteer on them and give them to all the PACs so that you guys can write your name and then what position you hold within the PAC. But what they were seeing is that parents showed up, saw a bunch of leaders in uniform, they assumed that you guys were all paid to be there, they didn't have to do anything. So they wanted to reemphasize the point that the leadership in the PAC are parent volunteers or volunteers, whether they're parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, whatever the case may be. So that's something that we thought was a great idea. We want to bring it to you guys. And so we'll print up the name tag, so all you have to do is write in your names and your positions within the PAC. And one other thing that we have going on, it's a brand new activity that we are introducing this year. It's a new Scout Fun Day for Cub Scouts who sign up this fall between August and October. We're going to have 2 dates, one at Indian Mound and one at Odakota outside Burlington, where we are going to invite those new Cub Scouts who sign up to come out to camp. We're going to try and get archery and BB gun ranges set up at those camps. It will be no cost to those scouts who sign up this fall. Unfortunately, because this is our first year doing it, we want to get some experience with it. We're limiting it to brand new Cub Scouts. Only because this is the first year we're doing it, and we hope that we are overrun with thousands of brand new Cub Scouts. So that is that. We have a little informational flyer over on that table, and there will be a bigger flyer to come, along with basically a ticket for the brand new Cub Scouts. And then one other thing that we want to really focus on this year and going forward with recruiting is using social media. You'll see on the unit information sheet, it asks what units have a Facebook page and some other information on top of that if you follow the district page, the council page. But we have been very severely underutilizing social media in trying to help us recruit boys into scouting. And so that is something that our council is really putting a big emphasis on this year. I was part of a team that looked at what are the ways that we can do this, and so we're trying to roll this plan out to every PAC and every district within the council and ask you guys to help use social media, and we're also going to try and do that at the district level as well. So social media is such a big part of our everyday lives that we go there to find songs, see what our friends are up to. Younger people like myself, I don't get a paper newspaper, I go online. That's where I get all my news. 73% of all Americans have at least one social media account. These are just some of the different forums. So we're looking primarily at the networking with Facebook. Who here has a Facebook page? Okay. Who remembers when you had to have a .edu email address to have Facebook? All right, a couple people. So that's how it started back in 2004 at Harvard University. You had to have a .edu email address, and now anybody can have it, including my 88-year-old grandfather who just created a Facebook account a few months ago. That's the power of Facebook. Everybody has one. So you find your friends, you post on a wall, you can do private messaging, and you can like pages like our district or council page. So we keep our district page fairly up to date. I know last week I just put a bunch of pictures up from the Brewer Scout Night, and we had a lot of people looking at them. So for those of you who have a unit Facebook page, you know what kind of content you post, whether it's pictures of an outing, reminders for upcoming activities, and you can set who can view the page, whether it's open to the public or just a closed group, depending on your situation. What we're trying to do is encourage every unit to create a unit Facebook page. You can then respond to posts, like the school district, like your schools that you recruit from, like the district page, post photos, feel-good stories, And importantly, add recruitment dates. So with that, we would do PAC 218 at Meadowview Elementary, and if you're following the elementary school's page, you can actually tag Meadowview Elementary School right there. So then anybody who's following that school's page will see that post in their timeline because you tagged it. So it's kind of, instead of just the flyers that are going home, it spirals out. And you can tag people, you can tag pages, like a school. So that's what we're asking everybody to do.